that's what you can see what we've got in it too now.
So the swim platform's in.
Most times we've got to clean some of these areas.
So there is that done. All the fillets are in. Now from that old dodgy hole to this.
She was old and neglected, so we cut her to bare holes and built her up from the ground with our blood, sweat and tears.
So follow our journey as we plan to sail her to new destinations and make lasting memories.
Ricky got down to sanding our wooden hatch frame.
So that's what you can see what we've got in it too now, how it looks. And there's a little broken section there, but I can fix it up. So put it down with some epoxy. It's super strong. The wood's not wet, so that's fantastic. So I'm going to do a radius on it. Rosa's getting it prepped, and then I'm going to go mix up some epoxy quickly, and we can do the fillets.
She was filleted and done and are ready to take primer once we start painting. We then got started on installing our swim platform. Want to see how we build it? There's a link in the description below. First we got down to sanding where we'd be putting the bonding paste and acetoning the area. While the men are busy doing that, don't forget to subscribe below while you're at it. First we needed to check last minute measurements and if she was level. Then the panel got cleaned up and bonding paste was applied to the panel and the bracket. And then she was inserted. All the corners were filled up and filleted top and bottom. Before we get started on the next job, remember that old vented hatch that was by our engine? We decided it was time she went.
So the swim platform's in. We've done a fillet right around on top with polyester and Cavasol fume silica. So all of that's in. And now we have obviously this hole. We've done the whole build up to here already. This is the hatch that I want to go in there. So it'll be like that. Also allow for if we need additional ventilation into the engine bay, or if you want to access something from this side or just loosen a screw. Just make life easier by having it there. So we're going to put this in here. We'll just open and close like that. So obviously the gap's too big, so we need to fill it up. Do the initial fill with that. We'll glass it from both sides. We'll do the strips on the side, get that in, and then we'll cut out whatever needs to be done so that can fit perfectly in there. So yeah, that's the idea for that hole there. This will go in there, and we're still going to glass right around. So on top of the fillet now, we'll put 3 or 4 layers of biaxial right around on top and at the bottom, so that we can have additional holding strength, and we'll distribute that load even a little bit more. But so far, I mean, we've been jumping around on it and everything, and it's pretty solid, but don't take any chances. I want it to be extra strong, because you know everyone how they are. Everyone will climb on and sit right at the back of the boat until the whole boat's in the water at the back. So precautions and make it super strong, because we'll spend a lot of time on it.
The fiberglass panels were measured and trimmed and then bonded into place.
That's what it looks like now. and the bonding paste is just going to secure everything in place, and then we start a heap ton of fiberglass. So, and then I made it smaller than what it has to be, and then we'll cut it open to the final size, which will allow us to do rounded edges and all of that stuff. Most times we've got to clean some of these areas, like you see there, that's where the old exhaust was and the wrong diameter and everything. And here's another hole at the left. So what I do is take one of these things, there we go, and now we'll plug them, fill them up nicely, get them real clean. So we got acetone on this cloth, and we'll just get this like that. So there is that done. All the fillets are in. Still need to do all the fiberglass up here. But that's been sealed, that cavity, which it wasn't before. Fillets have been done there and there. So, and up top there, all of that's done. And we still need to do the trimming, but well, the frame's not really in. We still need trimming and neating up, but we did all the fiberglass work in there. That's nice and solid now. So the fillets are all done over there, and there at the end we just need the final glassing to go on, and we put already, here's 2 layers at the bottom here, 2 layers up top there, which I actually think is more than enough. Might add a bit more. So we've prepped the area here, all along that edge. We've sanded it down nicely, and now what we're going to do is we're going to fiberglass all of this in. So cut the layers, 2 different sizes, and then we're going to glass it up. Probably do 3 or 4 layers on this side, and then say 3 or 4 layers on the other side, on the bottom side too. So the underside has all been filleted, and we've got that area closed that we wanted to close up, and now we're going to do about 4 layers of glass over all of that, including that upper edge right down to about there. Maybe a solid layer of glass, and then we'll do right around there. We'll tab the whole thing in with fiberglass. We're using biaxial 450 gram and polyester resin. And then once all of that's done, we'll grind and sand and fan everything, and then we're fairing with epoxy, 2-pack epoxy. So that seam over there has been jointed with bonding paste, and what we're going to change is a seam like that to make a rounded edge like that. We're going to put a fillet that look like that, and then we'll gloss over those fillets. So we need to do there, and we need to do the front one where Moses is busy cleaning now. So we're doing it with
Gravicol. Gravicol is like it's polyester base, and what it has, it's a bit of cotton flocks and a bit of Cavasol in it, so it makes it a thickened paste. It's quite hard, super strong. I believe it's 600 MPa, so super tough. And yeah, we'll get those done nicely, and we'll gloss over it, so we'll get a nice rounded edge there like that, and then we'll run glass, and we'll just distribute the load on the areas where it's loading.
Once the fiberglassing had been done, the fillets got sanded down and it was time to work on our new hatch that we were going to install.
Now from this old dodgy hole to this, and now we can, want to ventilate the engine for some reason. I'm going to put a little plug in here. We can stick a fire extinguisher in if there is, in case of a fire. And the main hydraulic cylinder is actually going to come here. It steers the leg.
And holes that were closed from the fiberglassing were reopened. During lunch break, Ricky got down to feeding our new visitor.
That guy's friends has arrived. Or they're chasing him away, one of the two.
Stay tuned till next week where we start refurbishing our Z drive. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe below if you haven't already, and don't forget to give us a big thumbs up because it helps us out a lot. If you would like to join our amazing patron family, a link is provided in the description below. Thanks to our two awesome new patrons, Jamie and Linda Stanfield.